Yeah, not the same. farki kuwa le bibi hotel chibo mwadima jimene mwadima kabaki da dita kwa warta
payment against your salary. Exactly. You don't price it and know that you can pay it. So where did the Afro goes down?
The pension matter, which is right across the continent. So the World Pension Summit has been on. I'd like to welcome all of you and take your questions.
Thus, for economic issues, we are only dedicated to pension issues.
This concern, and we have continued for here in Nigeria, is instrumental, a great breakthrough in pension market development, with the individual savings account and on behalf of the Senate,
the President of the CPA. So, as we come in, let's take our seats, please. Thank you.
And we have to look at the business group manner, whether it be good risk return on the investments made, our ability on the world pension fund and emerging of the world pension reform here in Nigeria is instrumental as a great breakthrough in pension market
I want to welcome His Excellency the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Let's go to the other side.
Your Excellency of the National Assembly here present, members of the Federal 500 delegates came here and it was a resounding success. And a few organization that only ended on Saturday, where the pensions landscape is very robust. It's reforming on a continuous basis. 2 trillion a few years ago to a surplus of over 3.5. A wonderful woman, dynamism with her team to achieve this so that workers in Nigeria.
Even pragmatic, sustainable, and most effective initiative for pension fund
in houses, such that in Abuja, an honest civil servant cannot, even as a permanent secretary, you can't affect as to how you have a rent regime that is not affordable by people, which means whatever else he does is based on the invisible source of income, which is based on the government to narrate house, the dairy house, to the federal mortgage bank. I've been to all of that. You show your level of income, and they look at your employment record, you are not likely to be the next guy to be sacked. And then on the basis of this, you can access this is my income, my banker, I want to borrow, my purpose is housing, residential. And my interest have to be in single digit. If as a governor I can't get credit in single digit, there are those civil servants who is anonymous. God helps him. So I think that we need to intervene and ensure that one of the
to borrow a leaf from what Kenya is doing, and they are fabulous in how they have managed to reach the informal sector through the mobile phone. Because where a lot of people don't have access to, I don't
always educated about the fact, or if you like, miseducated, that the reason we do not have a robust functional mortgage bank
signals the importance his government places on the pensions industry and his commitment to ongoing pension reforms in our country today. I also wish to thank the Director General of our National Pensions Commission, Mrs.
This reform initiative established a contributory pension scheme for the public and private sectors. In 10 years of sustained policy innovation and meticulous management, these have facilitated confidence and credibility in our pension system and administration. It also strengthened our pension institutions as we transit from a deficit of about 2 trillion naira then, that's about $12.9 billion in 2004, to accumulate pension assets of over 4.21 trillion naira, that is about $27.2 billion by March this year.
What is the state of enforcement, particularly on the contributory pension scheme? More so when many of us inherited deficits and had to borrow money to pay those ones, particularly the pay as you go. In terms of the 36 states, how many states have complied? And how do we enforce other states to really comply and to raise the percentage of the contribution? It's very important that we know, maybe at our own different fora, we may be able to encourage people, because like we talked, the lack of information, the kind of issues that have arisen, the fear that have been raised. But some of our colleagues are giving pension for themselves already. So he doesn't need a loan. So what is the position and how do we enforce to ensure that that law that has been, particularly the Reform Act, now permeates all the states in the Federation? Thank you.
Now everyone will look at me and say, what state is he the governor of? I don't have to move to another state. Tell him to extend it by 1 day for me.
Extend it by 1 day for him.
The organizers.
It's possible.
You
the Governor of Your Excellency, the Governor of Adamawa State, Aliyu, Your Excellency, welcome. I will mention them one after the other. Let me welcome Ambassador James and Hans Whistle, Professor Ate. Members of the National Assembly and I think this day is for them. All the and international. Can we put our hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen? Great humility and ambition for peace. It was to find the new path. And he who leads will send the path. Your Excellency, especially all investors, pathfinders in intelligence with ample opportunities for investment, power, exchange moments, that will embrace prosperity before the meeting. I welcome all of you to handle strife and damage, but also for the peace and unification of Nigeria, of 9 states. Welcome here.
In resolving that in your mind from today, you will not only be more security conscious, but you will fight insecurity well. Thank you very much. And I believe he's already on his way. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, mine is to welcome you. But let me say that it was very, very heartwarming that the United States Institute of Peace, which has been supporting, indeed organized the seminar that 12 of us out of 19 attended. There appeared to be a misconception as to our visit to the United States. As a federation, we have a right, and any state has a right, to attend functions. And in my characteristic manner, as a former civil servant, whenever I go out of this country, I always inform the presidency that I will be going to so-so function and I will be returning on so-so date, and that my deputy will be acting. But in case that I must be contacted, here are the numbers that I should be contacted. So nobody will claim not to know where we were going, all the objectives and the purpose of our visit to the United States were given to everybody, including the presidency. So it is my pleasure to welcome the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, His Excellency James N. Wisdom, as well as the Vice President, Corporate Council on Africa, Ambassador Robert Henry. Without doubt, Your Excellencies present here, and involvement in this program underscore the importance the United States government attaches to the vision of a more economically developed northern states within the wider aspiration for a more prosperous and developed Nigeria. We also welcome the Muslim American and other investors to this summit. We appreciate your courage and confidence in what we are doing, even in the face of the enormous insecurity challenges in our country. I'm indeed glad we are having support towards our determination to overcome challenges by exploring the vast investment potentials of our states for the sustainable economic growth and the development of our people and nation. We are equally pleased to have with us, he gave me an apology and said he was sending Alhaji Ahmed Mansour Ahmed. I hope he's here. Maybe he's coming on his way. That's Aliyu Dangote, whose friends I took away and who has been helping us since we started crying of the importation of food into our country. With our landmass, we can feed ourselves and export food from Nigeria. But unfortunately, through time, we have become the major importers of food. It is said that we are the largest importer of rice, and Aliyu believes also that the more you import, you only import poverty, and you export employment and wealth. So we welcome him or his representative, and please permit me to pay tribute to Christian Lord, the acting president, U.S. Institute of Peace, under whose inspiring leadership the Institute has remained focused in setting the agenda for the promotion of peace and security around the world, thus encouraging the entrenchment of democracy and transparency in the world. We are very grateful to USIP